Today I was carried back in memory to Keswick on that Sunday afternoon where 17 people were gathered. I saw Christ on the cross, and these words came to me: "This thou hast done for me. What have I done for thee, thou crucified? Thou of life, the fountain are, freely let me take of thee. Spring up thou within my heart, rise to all eternity." And there came into my life a vivid sense of obtaining the atonement. And I left that service with a consciousness of having the complete answer to all my difficulties and sins. I heard the wind of heaven. It passed over me and through me, and I left that place a different man. When I went out, I met a young man. He was with his family, who lived in the next house to us on the hill overlooking Derwentwater. And he said, "How about a walk?" And I said, "All right." And we walked around Derwentwater. I told him about my experience, what I had seen at that service, and how that revelation of the cross of Christ met my instant need. And before we had reached the end, he too had an experience. He was a freshman at Cambridge, and he went and told his mother and father. Of course, they were overjoyed. That was in 1908. It was 51 years ago that experience came to me. It made all the difference in the world. At the cross, where I first saw the light, and the burden of my sin rolled away. It was there, by faith, I received my sight, and now I am happy all the day. That put order in my life. I feel a great many people speak of the cross, but it does not mean a thing. It isn't real. It is something they hear about or read about, something somebody else has. But the experience of the cross is vital, real, and goes straight into your life. With an experience of the cross, you will shrink from nothing. I learned at Keswick that I was as wrong as anybody else. I was the most in need of change. I was the one to begin.
The message Frank heard that day was preached by Jessie Penn-Lewis, a member of the Salvation Army in her youth, but now an established preacher in her own right, a woman preacher in a male-dominated society, and a regular at Keswick. She, like all Keswick preachers, was required to know experientially the message of the cross which she preached.
We need a fixed point which acts as a center and a goal, and that point in the history of the world, back to the ages before it and forward to the ages following. It is the cross of Calvary. It is the central pivot of the dealing of God with the universe in every aspect. It is because we Christians get away from the fixed point of the cross that we wander into all kinds of cul-de-sac places where we lose the balance and right perspective of truth.